Well, I'm finally back to show off more Fallout 4 mods. Kept you waiting, huh? Yes, as I mentioned in the last episode, I was gonna be busy. I wasn't lying when I said that, so that's why it's taken so long. But in my absence, a lot of good mods have actually come out of the Nexus. Today I will be covering 5 that piqued my interest, so yeah, let's roll that intro. So at number 5 we got extended weapon mods. So a few weeks ago I covered any mod any weapon, which is a very similar mod, but this one is a bit less crazy. In that mod you could literally mod anything onto anything, and you could really create some really crazy weapons. This is toned down severely. It's also limited to just the combat shotgun and rifle, the submachine gun, 10mm pistol and 44 Magnum. What it just does is add a few extra mods to the weapons. It also adds in a new weapon, the assault hunting rifle, which you can also mod. As I mentioned, it's not as crazy, but it's also not as immersion breaking. It's a tad bit more realistic, I suppose, than any mod, any weapon. But if you combine everything onto the same weapon, it still kinda looks a tad bit crazy. This is what I wound up with. First up, an AK hunting rifle hybrid with a condensed scope. Looks pretty nifty. Then a really long 44 Magnum with a reflex sight. Thirdly, some kind of weird UMP mutant. I'm not sure whether or not there was supposed to be a UMP option here, but this definitely does not look like a UMP. Next up, a very tactical shotgun, which you can reload really quickly. It has a really tiny magazine, but the reloading speed is just phenomenal. A 10mm submachine gun, which actually looks really nice, this one I gotta say. Definitely one of the better looking ones. And then finally, a Barrett combat rifle with a sniper scope thingy. Yeah, this one definitely looks the most fucked up. Also, the reloading animation doesn't make any sense, but then again, the creation kit still has not been released, which I should probably mention in the intro here, but still no sight of that creation kit. We're still waiting. Maybe not so patiently. Anyways, cool little mod. Definitely a bit less crazy than the any mod, any weapon, but still a tad bit crazy if you go all in. Anyways, at number 4 we got Wasteland Sniper. Fallout 4 sort of allows you to be an elite tactical sniper. If you build your character right, you can really stack up those critical hit bonuses and pretty much just one-shot everything. So when you're out there sniping, you're gonna need a good sniping outfit. Wasteland Sniper brings these outfits to Boston. It's not a full-on ghillie, it's rather camouflaged armors with hoods, and there's different color schemes available. So we've got desert, forest, urban, which is kinda darkish gray, and just plain green. Overall, this is a very good looking armor mod. It's not simply just a retexture, it's actually something whole new. But yeah, if you're gonna become an elite sniper, the Reba 2 just is not going to do. That's why we want the M82A3 AMR. Now you can fully utilize the power behind the 50 cal cartridge with a Barrett. This adds in a semi-automatic Barrett 50 cal to the game. It's customizable, so I added a bipod and a suppressor to mine. Although for some reason when I reloaded the gun, those things just sorta came loose. I don't think that's supposed to happen. My gun knowledge as a European does go that far. Anyways, very good looking armor mod. The Barrett 50 cal is also good looking, just that glitch is kinda weird. But if you're into sniping, quick scoping, ladder jumping, and whatever the crazy Call of Duty kids do nowadays, this is definitely something you want to be checking out. Next up we got Old World Radio Boston. So this is a pretty big mod actually. It adds a whole 8 new radio stations to the game. So if you've grown tired of what Boston had to offer before, this is something whole new to listen to. It's got GNR and Agatha's song from Fallout 3, although with different tracks and different voice actors. At least I don't remember Free Dog sounding like a Morgan Freeman impersonator.
You're listening to GNR with Moses Pendergrass.
It's also got a new Vegas-style radio station and a Russian radio station.
Привет. You are tuning into Gopnik Radio.
So now you can shoot times the steam engine while listening to old-fashioned patriotic track from the motherland. What more could you want from modding? Coming in at number 2 we got NCR Ranger Veteran armor. So this brings Fallout New Vegas' Ranger Veteran armor to Fallout 4. It's pre-war riot gear with a very cool looking brown trench coat on top of it. And now it's available in Fallout 4 as well. Now I like this armor a lot in Fallout New Vegas. I'm definitely happy it's been ported over. It's definitely amongst the most badass looking armors I've seen in the recent Fallout games. It just beats power armor in plain coolness, I gotta say. But yeah, the textures look very good. The only issue I've run into is that some of the rifle buttstocks clip through the coats, but that can't really be avoided. But now that we've got actual NCR Ranger armor, we're gonna need a fitting weapon. So we're gonna go with standalone NCR Ranger Sequoia 44 Magnum. That is a mouthful there. But yeah, this retextures the 44 Magnum in-game. There's a few options you could pick from. You can have a replacement for all 44 Magnums, or just a craftable version. It's got some very nice engravings. But other than that, it's just the same old 44 Magnum you're used to. So now you can really dish out some democracy in Boston. In style even. And then coming in at number 1, we've got the M2216 standalone assault rifle. So this is another one of these standalone weapons. There's been a few popping up in the Nexus now. This happens to be an AR-15. I've also seen a G3 and an AK-47. But this one looks very good. It's fully moddable and it fires 5.56. Although because it does fire that round, it's not incredibly powerful. But it is good enough to try and take on the evil Nazi Brotherhood of Steel. You just have to remember to pack enough stimpaks here, because there's quite a few of those Nazis at that airstrip. Definitely have to be careful. Yeah, overall very nice weapon. It does sort of cheat with the charging handle modification thing there, but that can't really be avoided because the creation kit is still not there. Bethesda, if you're listening, just hurry up. But if you think the standard vanilla assault rifles are kinda lackluster, this is definitely something you want to be taking a look at. Definitely a very pretty rifle. Lastly, we got a bonus mod, Metal Gear Solid All-in-One Standalone. So if you really like Metal Gear Solid and you want to look like Snake, this is definitely the mod for you. It has a bunch of Snake outfit varieties. There's like different eye patches, some with horns, some without horns, one with the bionic arm and one without. You can also dress up as Skullface, and even Quiet, although you do have to switch to a female, otherwise she'll sort of become invisible. It's kinda weird. Is it immersive? Well, if the two games take place in the same universe, then maybe. If not, then probably not. But yeah, these outfits do look very good, and this also adds in another one of these elite sniper outfits. Although I don't think this one is too awfully armored. Doesn't really look like it. However, this definitely seemed like it was enough to take on the evil Nazi Brotherhood of Steel. Quiet definitely has some tricks up her sleeve. Anyways, that was it for this week's mod, so I will probably be able to cover the next few weeks if I'm not too awfully busy, but I probably should not be. Although this quarter I do have to build some crazy feedback loop thing, apparently with Arduino. And mind you, we're not electrical engineers, we're just merely mechanical engineers. All that electrical stuff is just not fit for us. So we're gonna have to see how that goes, but if it's not too terrible, I should have enough time to make more of these episodes. So if you're wondering where that whole Nazi Brotherhood of Steel thing comes from, well, it's a mod. I also used it in this one video, which you can click on right now. When you watch the video, it will all make sense. Yeah, probably not, but it will make more sense. So just watch the video, basically. Anyways, the conclusion is that the Brotherhood is in fact evil. We should have all seen this coming.